Coming up on your weekly news, we take a look at how the junior high has changed over the years, how students in strings advance to state, and what really bugged people around school. This and more are coming up on your BGJHS news for Monday, March 4th. BGJHS first opened downtown on Center Street 43 years ago. Throughout that time, there have been many changes, not just in location, but resources as well.
As we all know, Bowling Green Junior High has been around for many years. It's obvious that there are several differences between the school now and back then. There are many different opinions today and how some changes are good and some are bad. We spoke to 8th grade math teacher Miss Langford about her feelings on how the school has changed over the years.
I didn't have computers for students in the past. That was hard to do because we had carts. We had to check those out, and so rarely was I able to get computers for my students, and now it's just they can pull them out of their backpacks. So that's very helpful. We had a lot of textbooks back then, and now we don't really have any textbooks because we have computer programs and things that help us out with that. We use lockers for a long time. So these purple lockers that are around the hallways were used every period, and now we just carry backpacks. So those are some of the big changes. I think the technology is the biggest challenge because we're fighting. Used to, cell phones were always in lockers. If we had cell phones, a lot of students didn't even have them many years ago. So we didn't fight cell phone usage as much and having to have students put that away. Also with computers, we have, the ability to access a lot of different things that wasn't available, many years ago. But we do have Go Guardian, so that helps. We can monitor what students are doing now, so that's something we used to not have as well.
Next, journalism teacher Miss Cook tells us about her experiences at the old high school.
Technology, 100% technology. I did not have computers that I worked on in not elementary school, in junior high school. We had typewriters. I had computers more so going to the high school. But in the middle school, like, teachers would roll in a big TV on a cart. We had a woodworking class in the basement, and I loved that class. We got to actually carve race cars, sand them. We got to race them. My favorite was probably my related arts class. I got to take country western line dancing for a related arts class, and so that was super cool.
We now know how much BGJHS has changed and how our teachers feel about it. For BGJHS,
When it comes to sports, football is one sport that BG is known for. Zael shares with us how 8th graders prepare for the freshman football team. Hey BG, this week we talked to Coach Hayes and Mr. Crawford about the upcoming 9th grade football season.
I'm excited. As a football coach, it's always good to get the young guys into the weight room, get them going, especially to see how things are with the older kids. So when they get over there, a lot of it's just trying to learn how to. They're coming over to winter workouts. What they'll do is they'll get to lift for about 30-40 minutes, get the workout done, and then they'll either go outside and work with one of the coaches outside, or they'll be inside with me and another coach doing some agilities and things like that, just like the varsity players do every day too.
Then we talked to Coach Junior Hayes about how he prepared the 8th graders for the upcoming 9th grade year.
For spring training, really, we didn't do anything for spring training. We do our own training here, but after the season, you will go over there and do it yourself. They'll acclimate you to what they want you to do, because there'll be more coaches and for every position, and you'll do specific stuff for your position. Offensively and formation, we do exactly what the high school is, because it will be the terminology will be a lot easier for you guys when you get over there. Because I take pride in the first group that I coached here was the team that won the state this year.
Do you feel the 8th graders would be successful next year going to the high school?
Yes. Once you get acclimated and when you work and learn the process that they want over there, this team has all the potential that it needs to be successful.
Everyday broadcast journalism students work hard to bring you the latest news and information from around the school. Ali took to the halls to ask students' opinions on our news show.
During
7 period on Mondays, 8th grade journalism students produce a news show, and today at Bowling Green Junior High School, we asked students how they feel about the news show. Hey BG, today we interviewed 8th grade student Christina about how she feels about the news show.
What I feel about the news show is it's really entertaining and like nice, and like every once in a while that you're able to like learn something new. And yeah, my favorite story was when they showed us like people's hidden talents. That I found that entertaining and funny.
We also interviewed 7th grader Melanie.
I like them. Sometimes, like, when they do the quotes and, like, the random, like, activities with other people, they're, like, interesting. My favorite story, probably the one where they were testing the waters in the lab.
How do you feel about the news show? From BGJHS, I'm Allie.
National Cereal Day is celebrated on March 7th. Let's take it over to Liam and George to see what everyone's favorite cereal is.
National Cereal Day is on March 7th on every year. It is a perfect time to enjoy your favorite bowl of cereal.
We interviewed 8th grader William Rigsby, and he shared his thoughts on cereal.
I feel like Captain Crunch is my favorite cereal because, like, cuts the roof of my mouth, you know. My favorite cereal mascot is Lucky Charms because he bounces around, like you know what I'm saying. He like finds the rainbow.
We also interviewed 8th grade teacher Mr. Probst, and he shared his thoughts on his favorite cereal.
It's hard to pick between a lot of different cereals that are out there, but if I had to pick probably just one that I always constantly think of, it'd probably be like Lucky Charms, just because the marshmallows are so good, and sometimes you just want to get those, get them out, and you can just eat it dry. It doesn't matter what, or with cereal or with milk. Probably my favorite cereal mascot. There's so many of them to choose from again. Probably the Lucky Charms leprechaun. I can't remember if he has a name or not, but it's always funny to watch the kids as they try to like chase him around, and he's always, his Irish accent thing. It has to be Lucky Charms.
The history of cereal is much more interesting and tasty than you think. From BGJHS News, this is George and Liam.
Playing an instrument is no easy task. Mariah shares with us the hard work the string students put into advance to state.
Have you wondered what it's like to go to state and perform in front of judges? Well, our 8th grade students like me and Jocelyn are going to state on Thursday. We asked Mr. Case and the other few students in strings how they feel about going to state.
We spoke with Mr. Case, the strings teacher at Bowling Green Junior High School. He shared with us his perspective of going to All-State.
Yeah, so being accepted as the only middle school orchestra in the state of Kentucky to go to the state conference is a big deal. I feel honored, but it's the students that did it, that earned it, and I'm really proud of them. So it's gonna be a fun time next week. Teacher. When I was in middle school, I had an orchestra teacher named Miss Higdon, and she made class super fun. And I just felt like it was a place I could come to each day and get away from all the other subjects that I didn't really like.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, our music was really hard. It's very, very challenging, and I know that the students have had a difficult time with it, but I hope they think it's worth it, and that they've grown, and it'll be worth it next week.
Thanks.
We spoke with Naraya, an 8th grader at Bowling Green Junior High School, and she shared with us her perspective of strings going to state.
I play cello.
How do you feel about strings?
Excited because we're the only kids in Kentucky that go to state. That's like a really big deal.
What do you think about strings going to state?
For BGJHS News,
I'm Jocelyn.
and I'm Naraya.
See you next week.
Loud noises, people chewing, stubbing your toe, lots of things bug people. Let's hear what's bugging people around school these days.
Hey BG, this week we brought back the What's Bugging You segment. We asked students what's bugging them. Here's what they said.
What's bugging you this week?
This week, there's actually a lot that's bugging me. Like the fact that
in the country.
sometimes people talk too much.
Come on, Evan.
What's bugging you?
What bugs me is when people are in the hallway and I'm right behind them and they walk slow on purpose.
I agree. What's bugging you this week?
Mosquitoes,
Why?
because they're irritating and they like to bite.
What's bugging you this week?
This interview,
Why?
because I've redone it 800 times.
What's bugging you this week?
Doors,
Why?
they keep getting slammed.
What's bugging you this week?
The fire.
What's bugging you this week?
Jet Rush.
What's bugging you this week?
Molly Driver.
What's bugging you this week?
Are you gonna move the mic?
You have. You're really close.
Yeah, I just noticed that.
What's bugging you this week? Oh, wait, you have. Thanks for watching. For BGJHS News, that's Emery.
And that's Molly.
When it comes to TV, there are tons of shows to watch. Annabella shares with us TV habits of students around school.
When watching TV, everybody has different habits. At BGJHS, we spoke with 8th grade students about their habits when watching TV. We spoke with 8th grade student Ava. She shared with us how her TV habits have affected her everyday life.
I think it can be bad because I do watch TV a lot and I usually eat and stuff. I do everything while I'm watching stuff, so pretty much all the time, every day. It's pretty bad actually. It's affected my life in many ways because I usually eat and I sleep with the TV on, so it pretty much affects everything that I do. Not really a reason, I just get really bored sometimes.
We spoke with 8th grader Maya. She shared with us some of her TV habits.
My TV habits are good because I don't watch it all the time. Some of my TV habits include watching TV while I eat dinner. I use my TV habits every single day while I watch TV. My TV habits have affected my everyday life by making eating dinner more interesting.
Despite the fact that a lot of people watch TV, everybody has different TV habits. Make sure to watch the news show every Monday, 7th period. For BGJHS News, I'm Mary.
Now here's Will and Michael with your announcements. Junior high cheer tryouts are April 16th to the 19th. You need a KHSAA physical for you to take part in any part of the tryouts. See Ms. Dotson for more information.
Dance team tryouts are on April 30th and April 31st, and May 1st, 2nd, and the 4th. There will be open practices on the dates on the screen for anyone interested in trying out. You must have a KHSAA physical to take part. See Ms. Cook for more information. The Purple Perspective magazine has gone digital. You can find all issues linked on your guidance counselor's Google Classroom. There are posters around the school where you can find QR code to access the magazine as well.
The Read Across America Reading Challenge will begin today, March 4th, and go until spring break. Students can pick up a challenge sheet from the library or print it at home. If you complete 9 out of the 12 reading challenges, you can turn it into Miss Franklin for a prize. This will be free food such as pizza, ice cream, subs, etc. There will be drawings for Amazon and Barnes & Noble gift cards throughout the challenge. As you complete individual challenges, you may bring their sheet to your teacher or your parent to initial.
Today also starts the Read Across America Dress Up Week. That will lead us into spring break book fair, March 8th and 14th. Monday is Hat Day. Tuesday, wear your bright colors. Wednesday is Destination Day. Thursday is dress as your favorite book or movie character. And Friday is Extreme Purple Spirit Day.
Thanks, Will and Michael. Let's send it over to Oliver for our weekly weather.
Hey BG, this week it's gonna be cloudy with a little bit of rain. It's not gonna warm up too much. It's gonna stay a little cloudy.
Thanks, Oliver. That's your news for today. Have a great week, and remember, excellence is worth the effort.